What's up, guys? We're on our way to watch Dune Part 2. Currently there is traffic, so hopefully we make it on time. We're like 11 minutes away. Hopefully we make it on time. I'm not sure.
Let me think.
For me, I say burgers and fries just because fries go good with burgers. I would eat that every day, 24/7.
Every
until
day?
I die. I'm a big burger fanatic.
Tacos.
Tacos. Yeah. But like a specific meat, like they say tropo.
No, it could be any
It's
taco.
big.
That's why I just said taco. It's not too general because you can have a burger, but you can have any kind of burger. You can have a steak burger. You can have a hamburger. You can have a cheeseburger. You can have a bacon cheeseburger. You can have. Okay.
I see what you're saying.
You can have a vegan cheeseburger. So you can never run out of ideas on burgers.
I've never tried a vegan burger that I actually say, oh my gosh, that is so good.
You've had a vegan burger.
When?
When you were in school.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, they were bean burgers. They were real meat.
They weren't. No, they weren't bean burgers.
They were made out of beans.
Apparently, they had meat in them.
They probably had a little bit.
They had a little bit of meat, apparently.
You can set your chair more forward so you're sitting up more.
Well, I'm trying to sit upright so my position is my back is, straight. Now it gets scoliosis.
Maybe you can't get scoliosis anymore.
You're funny. Well, at least smile. Smile and look pretty. Yeah. Look pretty. You're so cute. Are you eating all the gummies? I don't have any snacks.
Convenient to me at the very moment.
Okay.
Hey, bro, we're gonna miss all the kick-ass trailers and.
My dude. The freaking Spider-Man outfit. The glasses. Yes, we made it. It is 10:30. Chipotle's my boy. Now we're going to Freddy's. So I can get me a burger. A burger.
Start your part of your review first.
The reviews, no spoilers. For Dune Part 2, I'd say I'd give it like a 4 out of 5. Just because I didn't like the fact that there's probably going to be another part to it. Like, it ends in a cliffhanger. I love the movie itself. I love the outfits and stuff that they wore. But I'd say 4 out of 5 stars. Or 9 out of 10.
4 out of 5 is 80%. 9 out of 10 is 90%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, 5 stars is 4 out of 5 stars.
Which is 80%.
So if it's 9 out of 10,
It's 90%.
90%?
Yeah, so that's a higher rating than 4
Oh.
out of 5.
So I guess a 90%. I give it a 90%. It's your turn.
That's all you got?
Well, I can't really say nothing about the movie because then that's spoilers. So,
So spoil-free review. I will have a small micro spoiler at the very end of my review that if you're into memes or meme culture, then you'll understand the reference, but if not, then it's not going to spoil the movie. I give the movie like a solid 9.5 out of 10. In terms of sequels that I've watched over my life of being and watching movies, this is the first ever part 2 of any motion picture that I've ever actually really enjoyed, where some movies fall flat whenever they have a part 2, like Spider-Man 1 and then Spider-Man 2, wouldn't say Spider-Man 2 lived up as much as Spider-Man 1 in terms of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Just to give you an example, for these, the music, the narrative, the story, dialogue, cinematography, everything was amplified for Dune Part 2. I really enjoyed all of it. I haven't personally read the book, so I don't have much to reference. Like, you said, the book was better.
Yeah, I didn't read it
So
either.
I haven't read the book. I know that they made another rendition of movies for it back in 1980, but from what I've seen, I think the telling of the story is done a lot better in these newer movies. In terms of being more accurate, like to the way, like let's say like the Barons portrayed in these movies, it seems a lot better than the way they did it back then. Which, of course, it's a different time period. They didn't have much, like, you know, like special effects and all that to work with. But I really enjoyed the way that they did the movie. If I were to say it's a journey of cinematography, it always keeps your attention. You never lose focus out of too much dialogue or an overbearing sense of empathy from characters or anything of that sort. I do say I would watch part 1 or watch a recap before you go and see part 2, just so you're caught up. And then for those who know the book, of course, you're going to critique it differently because you know how it's written and how it's supposed to be done. But for those who just like to watch the visual version of a story, then I would really tell you to go see it. We watched it at Film Alley in Terrell, Texas. It's more of a country home style movie theater experience. It's great. It adds a lot more sound impact to the movie. You get the bass more. The audio is very surround, like if you were to have like you would have at a home theater.
Yes.
It surrounds you if you ever experienced it in AMC. But the ST Immersive is also as good. But the pros and cons I like of the two is with Film Alley, which is a Showman Theaters place where they show movies. I love the seats. They have really good pricing on all of their stuff. It's not like I'm spending a down payment on the mortgage to go watch a movie. The movie is great. The picture quality is great. It's a big screen. Of course, it's not IMAX big, but it's very nice. Audio is very nice, and it was a really good way to see the movie. So if I were to say to experience a movie, I would definitely experience it with anything that has an enhancement in audio or an enhancement in visual, whether it be IMAX, Dolby, any type of immersive theater, just to see it because the music is so good. The scenes, yeah, you want to have the rich blackness comparison of the rich color that are in the scenes because all the shoots, all the places that they shot the movie, like all the desert and everything, it just looks so pretty and so beautiful in the movie itself. It really takes you on that intergalactic journey. But what I would say is, out of all of it, definitely a great movie. Timothy is one of his best movies I think he's ever done so far. But we still have yet to watch Wonka. I need to watch it. But it's so good. And then the little spoiler for the movie in terms of a meme is, I don't know if anyone's seen it, with the actor who plays Stilgar. A reoccurring line in the movie, which is he's saying the name of the chosen one, which is something like that. I don't know exactly, but it's a version of saying as it is written. And if you know the meme before you watch the movie, you're gonna get a small chuckle every time when you see the movie, just because of how prominent that line is said over and over again. You know?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because the way they portray Timothy's character Paul Atreides, he seems like a lot of play off of Jesus Christ in terms of him being like the Messiah and supposed to lead the people away, similar, you know, with the story of Jesus. But of course, it's not 100% similar. But the idea of having an all-knowing person that's supposed to save your people from extinction is, you know, it's really good. And so I do say that's the reoccurring spoiler, is as it is written. But it'll be funnier too when you watch it. But that's my review for Dune Part 2. If you love if you love movies with like Hans Zimmer's music, anything with Christopher Nolan that's made with a very impactful, nice orchestra music, I would go watch it. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. It's
So good.
it is an indulgement for the eyes, if anything. It's very nice to watch. It's a very good movie. And normally I don't rate movies this high, but for the last 5 years, it's been a very impactful, very, very good movie that I still think about, and it's been a week or two since we watched it. And I give it nothing but praise when people tell us.
I also like the fact that when we went to go see Dune, that there was like no one there because it was a Wednesday.
Yes, that's the beauty of rural areas on days. Like we went to watch it on Wednesday, and there was like maybe 3 or 4 more people in the homage to the old Kung Fu Pandas 1, 2, and 3. But as I said, the movie's good. The only thing I'd say that would improve it would be, like I said, if they were to extend out the ending scenes to give a full, you know, like the final fight could have been a little longer. You know, they could have put in a little more detail because there's so much detail in the build up to the fight. I agree to that part, yes. But when it gets to the fight, it seems like it's rushed.
It's like there's no fighting at all. It's just more
it's more dialogue than fighting.
Yes.
Like if you were to compare it, I'm not expecting something, of course, not as long as like Dragon Ball Z, where you know Goku fights Frieza for like 7 episodes, but you know something a little more longer. You know if you were to compare it to something else, it'd say like, you know how long the Thanos fight was in Avengers Infinity War. Like it was a good 30 minutes maybe, you know. Which of course they have more characters and stuff, but you know, just there was so much more room. They could have added more, you know, fight,
more Kung Fu
choreography and stuff like that. But then again, it is a 4th rendition of the movie's franchise, so I wasn't expecting too much. I feel like they probably could have ended it after Kung Fu Panda 2 at least. I know 3 was to introduce like, oh, Poe's family's not dead and all that.
There's more pandas. What?
That's awesome. But for me, it just feels like after 2, I mean, it was good. But when you put on the 3,
it was just like additional things we didn't.
That wasn't needed.
Yeah.
You know? They do, like a lot of movie franchises do it all the time, where they're like, "Oh, the parents are dead," and then the last minute, "Oh my God, they're still alive," or you know something.
Okay, well, you heard his review. I wouldn't say I'd give Kung Fu Panda like a 7. Well, to me,
I said 7.
To me, I grew up with like watching anime movies, so I kind of prefer more anime movies than like anything else.
Animated.
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 I said animated.
You said anime.
I said animated. Whatever. I'd give it an 8.5. Furious 5 are not there, but they're there at the end.
That's another thing.
Yes, they're not there at all. So it kind of makes it. I already put it in there. They come out back at the end, but they don't talk at all.
They're in it, but you can clearly tell that the studio didn't want to pay.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay the voice actors
to voice act,
or at least say hire some.
Or at least that's what I think. You know, I wouldn't have put them in there if you're not gonna have.
Yeah,
them,
exactly.
Do this better or whatever. I mean, they kind of made someone that sound like Seth Rogen play Mantis, because he does like the little ha or whatever, but.
Yeah.
I mean, with AI now, you can just auto-generate a voice similar, so I wouldn't know. Maybe.
Yes. It's predictable, even for me, and I can't predict anything that happens in other movies. You can.
Yeah, it's one thing I hate about going to watch movies or watching new movies, because I don't know if it's just my attitude towards things, but I've gotten to the point where I'll start to turn off from a movie if I can tell it's very predictable.
Yes.
It's one thing I mean, you could kind of pretty much guess it would come from Panda 4, but I mean, it's a kid's movie. It's not meant for you to sit there and critical think through the whole thing. But with Dune, that's one thing I really liked about Dune, because I haven't read the book, so I have no frame of reference on the story. So when I was able to watch part 2, going off of part 1, I was always in the state of wonder, like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. I never got to a point where I was like, oh, okay, that's gonna happen. You know, it's always gonna leave you on the edge of your seat. Like I said, but like as I always just said, if you've read the book, of course you already know what's gonna happen. That's why everybody makes the stupid joke of, oh, the book was better. I mean, you need to have an open eye about, you know, the fact that it's not gonna be 100% the same. Well, that's the end of our review. We went through everything that we've watched so far.
Yes.
We'll do more reviews in the future whenever we go to see other things in cinema. One thing is sure that I hated about COVID is the fact that you couldn't go anywhere. And of course, I like doing stuff at home, and I'm a big homebody. We kind of both are now. You know, with having a kid, you kind of turn into a homebody.
But now I am.
But
we're introverts.
Yeah. So. But I do appreciate going to places like the cinema just so I can see stuff the way it's meant to be played. Just like Christopher Nolan says, you know, when movies are meant to be seen in a certain light, like when they released Oppenheimer in the special film at certain theaters, where you had to see it in like how they shot it and it was the way it's supposed to be seen, you know, or like Quentin Tarantino, where you appreciate the history of film and you really want to. Because it's not just a movie, it's an experience. I enjoy those a lot.
Experience. Sorry.
But that's the end of our review. We'll let you know about stuff in the future. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you ever wonder why you don't see me as much, I will not be here in videos all the time because I work full time for both of us.
Yes, yes. He pays all the bills.
Yeah, as a man should. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's not the culture anymore. Everybody's got to do their part. That's the way I grew up, and that's the way I'm gonna keep it. So, if you don't like that, I do apologize. I mean, I'm all for equality. You know, if you're willing to get dirty, you're willing to get dirty. You're willing to work, you're willing to work. It's whatever. When I hire women on my job, I let them know beforehand that, you know, it is a gritty job. You're gonna get dirty. If you want to get dirty, then you're fine. But, you know, I treat everybody the same. If you're good at your job, you're good at your job. If you suck at your job, I'm going to let you know you suck at your job. So, well, anyway, we'll do a whole day in the life, or drama life later on. But
yes.
Have a good day.
See y'all in the next video.